This happened earlier this week. We just got extremely slammed by customers. As luck would have it, I was the only management in the store, front-end shift manager, that could run the service desk and the register. Our store manager had a family emergency and had to leave early. Assistant store manager was off that day. My front-end manager had a doctor appointment, and the assistant manager was off. I made the decision to close the service desk due to the fact that my 3 cashiers were not able to keep up with the constant flow of customers. I called one beggar that is cross-trained to a register. I called the 2 daytime stock to help bag, plus our floor person and our general merchandise person were bagging. The other 2 actual baggers were tag-teaming on bagging and keeping carts inside. So I had 5 registers open and a bag runner for every lane. For 2 solid hours, at no point did we have less than 5 people waiting at each checkout. In that time, we not only met, but exceeded sales goals for the whole day, with several hours still left for the store to be open. There was no way to have predicted this. It happened during what's usually our dead zone, and all departments used that time to regroup and restock. To say it was a madhouse is the biggest understatement I can make. Back to the service desk. I put up a sign saying the service desk was closed. If I saw anyone lingering, I would send one of the people that was begging to inquire what they needed and to inform them that it would reopen at X time. Thankfully, most that did linger were understanding and just wanted lottery, so they were directed to the self-serve machine. The few that wanted money services were understanding that they could come back in a little bit. No one wanted refunds or exchanges, or I would have had to shut down my register to help them. Except one lady. After she has waited at the desk about 10 minutes, I sent Buddy to see what she wanted. She told him she was just waiting. Okay. Another 10 minutes and Jane ran to see what she wanted. She asked if Jane could run the desk, to which she replied no, only I couldn't, I was on a register. She said she would wait. 20 minutes later, we could see it was starting to slow down. I announced my lane was closing so I could attend the service desk. We still had 23 people at each register, but it was manageable with 4. It still probably took me another 5 minutes to clear my line, so this lady has waited a good 45 minutes, standing in the same spot. I'm really sorry for the wait. How can I help you? I need to be checked out, shoves her small pile of groceries further back on the desk towards me. Slight pause to process what she has just said to me after waiting that long. I'm sorry, but we do not check out groceries at the service desk. Pointing at sign above my head, the service desk is for inquiries, refunds or exchanges, money services, or lottery. You will have to go through a register to purchase your items. I can't stand that long. I need to pay here. Pause again to process that one. She doesn't have a cart or any mobility aid tool. The items she has means she walked all over the store without a cart or hand basket, so she carried them all. Again, I'm sorry, but we just do not check out groceries here. Do you have a disabled lane, a self-checkout, or at least an express lane? Register X meets ADA requirements for a disabled lane, as there is extra room for mobility aids. We do not have SCO, and the express lanes are not open as we do not have enough cashiers at this time. Then Register X needs to only be used for people that need it, like me. Now, I can't stand in lines that long. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to give you 40. That should more than cover this. Then you can just ring them in at a register later and keep whatever is left. I know my mouth is hanging open and my eyes wide at what she just said. No ma'am, that is not how this works. How this works is if you want these groceries, you have to take them to an actual register where they scan them, tell you the total, you pay, then leave. I can get you a cart if you need something to lean against, but you have to go through a checkout lane. If you do not want to, you can leave your items here and we will put them back later when the night crew comes in. I know my rights as a disabled person and you have to make accommodations for me. Now, You just go over there and open that express lane and check me out. Me, ma'am, this store is ADA compliant with auto-open doors, a ramp at the entrance exit, disabled parking, we have 3 electric carts, and a wheelchair for customer use, along with a lane with extra room. The express lanes are not going to be opened, they are actually shut down and would take 20 minutes to boot up. Get me a manager. Me, well, as you can see clearly on my name tag, it says I am the shift manager. At this time, I am the highest ranking manager in the store. If you wish to speak with another one, I will be glad to call Produce or Dairy for their manager, but they ultimately report to me in the absence of actual store managers, so I'm not sure what good it will do you. Me, now, this has wasted a good 15 minutes of my time. This means you have stood here for a good hour. None of the registers have more than 2 people at them at this time. In fact, Register X, our ADA-compliant lane, has 1 person. You can either join them or leave the items here. Yes, she went to Register X where she complained loudly the whole time about the store, customer service, and how we did not accommodate disabled people. No, it wasn't the end. I had already sent out a group text to the front-end management team, which included the store manager and assistant. The assistant pulled the camera footage from that time, watched her walk all over the store just fine and completely unaided, get in line for a few minutes, get out, wander back around the store, go to the desk, take a picture of the closed sign at the service desk, proceed to read the newspapers and throw them in the trash, which means our independent newspaper person is out the money for them. The assistant also pulled our times, and our average checkout for the day was 2 minutes and 39 seconds, along with our hourly sales report. She was prepared if corporate customer service called. Customer service got a good laugh out of the whole situation, but said to try using our express lanes when busy like that, but I refused to use them as they are 15 or less. People ignore that and it backs things up further.